What up, guys? We're on the. Oh
That
shit!
came from upstairs. This is getting ugly quick.
Oh shit! It's out of
Where you are,
sync.
Rachel. I'll be right back. But I'm the
If
grown
it's
up.
not,
What?
Shelly, what's wrong?
if it's not synced,
I think
I mean, when it's synced with you for you guys, that means I did a good job. So
Rope burns around his neck?
hit that like.
Not good. There's no trace of a murder weapon. The second floor windows don't open, and there's no exit up here.
Bro, I
The
love
murderer
these.
has to be in someone else's room.
Where are you going?
I I love these
Nothing
two-parters, bro.
Or here. Nothing here either.
It's Shelly.
Nowhere. Which means the murderer still has the rope in his possession.
The stupid Shelly,
It has
bro.
to be one of them. The killer is still here.
I'm just mad that she treated Serena like that, bro. Like hit her in the floor twice.
Found anywhere.
If you take a look at Mr. King's neck, you
Damn,
can
that's
see the rope
fucked.
burns. It's exactly the same way that Mr. Sullivan was killed earlier. A rope mark on both of them.
Oof.
But there's not a rope to be found anywhere in these rooms.
But perhaps the suspect took the length of rope with him as he ran off into the night.
I don't
Shelly,
think the murderer has
bitch.
gone anywhere. I was sitting down at the bottom of the stairs the entire time.
Are you implying that the killer is still up here?
Yeah, something like that. But I personally checked all of the rooms a while ago, and I didn't find any rope, not to mention any extra people.
Are you telling me you checked all our bags too?
Sorry about that.
No. If what the kid says is true, then one of you is our perp. Because the killer obviously still has the rope on them.
Who are
I guess
you?
I'd like to see all you people turn out your pockets if you don't mind.
Okay,
What
so
about you, huh? What puts you above suspicion? Give me a break, genius. This is my first trip upstairs, but if it were me, this kid would have seen me running down the stairs, which he didn't. But why don't we remove all suspicion? The one with the rope must be the bad guy, we agree?
he
So
knows
let's
what-
have a body check and end the suspense.
I got the girls, the teachers, but I'm feeling like it's gonna be like a dark,
How did it go?
super dark
There
thing that happened
certainly
3 years
wasn't any
ago, bro.
rope on anyone.
It's absurd that we're playing along with a silly little child's detective game.
Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm starting to hope that it's
I
her,
wasn't
bro.
up here earlier, but I heard all about Mr. King.
Yes, the cell phone in his room
Bruh.
next door wouldn't stop ringing, so I decided to go over and see if he was okay.
If it has to do with
When I
kids,
walked into his room,
elementary,
that's when I noticed
a little
the
girl
cell phone kept ringing. It sounded like an alarm clock.
dying.
Yes, it was quite loud. I heard it across the hall in my room as well.
But I thought that you were staying in a room on the first floor.
After the number your spin kick put on that door, I had no choice but to move.
Oh shit! Oh my.
If I didn't commit this murder, and Anne didn't either, then logically it has to be one of the men.
No, bitch. It's one of the girls,
The women
bro.
actually changed out of and into their clothes faster than we did?
That's right. Did you find any rope?
Well, it wasn't on
Accomplices?
Me, it wasn't on my new friend here. Isn't that right, Drake? Yeah, we're both clean. What about you?
We certainly found nothing.
Then I can only come to one conclusion here.
And what's that?
Cute little Conan is nothing but a liar.
What?
If that's the case, then the killer could still be here trying to cover his tracks.
There's
Dude,
a
don't be-
problem. Serena is still asleep in her room downstairs.
Don't talk to
Then
Conan like that.
hurry and see that she's okay.
Nah, she's fine. The killers are literally one of you, one of those girls.
I never left my spot at the bottom of the stairs, which means the murderer has got to be one of the three I've suspected. But why can't I find the murder weapon? I've searched everything.
They put up their booty hole.
She's fine. She's
It's
still
possible.
That's good.
Serena, I missed you.
Rachel, we gotta get out of this stinky snow town. I saw Miss Preston murdered in cold blood. And then the killer went after me. And he choked and choked until I passed out.
Okay, so you're still alive. That's weird.
I'd call it fortunate. Did your resting make you feel better?
I'm still kind of dizzy, like I've been on a roller coaster.
Alright, for sure it's one of the girls.
Rest as you can.
Well, what about you?
Oh,
Did the suspect try to strangle you too?
It's
I
her.
did smack my head into the wall a few
She's-
times, if that counts for anything.
It's a good thing you weren't hurt too bad. Your students need you. Heck, I didn't even like that many people, and I thought you were the best teacher ever. Yeah, Serena doesn't have many friends, but all of the girls in our class looked up to you. Some of us still do
Oh,
to this day.
Yo.
Underestimate me.
Oh.
I'm just an ordinary woman who can't do anything for my students other
Yeah.
than teach them facts.
Yeah, she killed
I
them.
wouldn't even be there to save Serena from being assaulted by that crazed maniac.
fault. Yeah, blame the killer, not yourself.
She's trying to make her go to sleep
Students to finish
'cause she's gonna
you the
remember
same
something.
way, Miss Preston. When Maureen Monahan of your homeroom class killed herself, you remember? Think about it. If the murderer's plan involves revenge for Maureen's suicide, then it makes perfect sense that you were his first target.
Bro, you need to do something about your
What are you
face.
talking about? You're in the same boat with her, Ace. You were the advisor of the volleyball club that Maureen belonged to. And let's not forget, Shelley, as nurse and teacher, you had the opportunity to know Maureen even deeper since you both were on the health committee. Either one of you could have helped prevent her suicide, but you didn't. I'd put my money on the fact that this little series of murders isn't even close to finished.
This is a massacre, right?
Don't tell me someone else was killed.
He's just working us up. But we
I don't-
should all stick close to each other, just to be careful.
I don't think anyone more than
Living room for the police to arrive.
more than 2 people have died in a case, right? In these
I
two
hate it
parters.
when I don't know what's going on.
Same. It happens to me all the time.
There has to be an obvious key to solving the murder somehow. I just have to think harder.
Oh,
What the heck is that?
Oh,
Looks like a string.
it's still there.
A long piece of kite string. There's
It's
a piece of rubber band stuck to the end. Wait,
So
could that be it?
was a
Alright.
dead body flying
The
there?
first murder is solved.
Oh, that's
now all I
stupid.
need to do is find the murder weapon from the second murder. And when I do find it,
Oh, that's so fucked.
hey,
Bro, yo, Conan,
I
it does
get it.
not
That's the trick the murderer used the second time.
it does not faze him to see a
That's
dead
what
body.
happened, then I know absolutely who the killer is. But how do I tell them all? I can't make Serena play detective. She hasn't been awake for most of the time. No one would buy it. Rachel's no good because I don't think I can play dumb with her after the case is solved.
True.
Just say that I heard about the case from Jimmy. I'll call them on the phone with my real voice and let them know the truth of the matter.
I don't think he's gonna do something else.
No good. If I make any kind of a show around Drake, he'll write about it in the papers. Then my name
Fuck.
gets printed, and those guys in black, the ones who made me drink
Damn.
the chemicals, drank me, they'll know I'm still alive. But I know
True.
they'd come back to finish the job.
Yo,
don't go
when are they
walking
gonna
off on your own.
when are they gonna talk about these
Dr.
dudes?
Augusta's squirrely new phone thingy?
He has no choice.
Yeah. Dr. Agasa told me that I can send any voice I want over that phone using my voice-changing bow tie. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, Richard?
Oh, Conan, your little phone thingy's ringing. Hello, Dr. Agasa?
Hi, Rachel. It's me, Jimmy.
Oh,
I've got it now. I figured out who killed the 2 teachers at the villa you're staying at.
What? How did you do that?
Conan gave me the whole rundown. But I have to ask a favor of you, Rachel.
What kind of favor?
I hate
I
myself.
need you to explain the murders to everyone in my place.
I saw the preview,
I don't
bro.
trust anyone else. All you have to do is tell them exactly what I tell you over the phone.
No way. I'll just put you on speakerphone and you can explain it.
That's
That's
fine.
cute.
Then I can also explain it to all the authorities after they arrive.
Come on, do you gotta do it for baby
I know I
daddy?
can do this for you.
Wait, what? Ooh.
I just put this in my ear and you talk to me, right? Like the Secret Service or something.
What?
Come on, Conan, let's go catch up with the rest of the group, all right?
Hey man, Rachel's a
Time for us to
wife.
Go catch a murderer.
Yo.
Nobody tries to kill Miss Preston and my best friend. Nobody.
I'm pretty sure Miss
I am
Preston's.
sorry, Rachel.
He's sorry because it is Miss Preston and that stupid preview. And it look, I promise you, I didn't
You're
solve it
joking. You
'cause of the
actually solved
preview.
the murder?
Huh?
because I know she was
Figured out the
crying.
whole thing. The first incident
But I knew-
when Serena and Miss Preston were attacked in the room downstairs.
I knew it was Miss
The
Preston.
second incident
I mean,
involved
to,
a
like-
ringing doorbell after Mr. Sullivan was left standing against the door, strangled to death.
I figured out
And the
5
third
minutes ago.
incident was Mr. Keene's being strangled upstairs, after which the murderer and the murder weapon both disappeared. One person was responsible for all 3 crimes. I can tell you exactly who it is.
And the murderer is among us now.
And the murderer is among us now.
One of you committed all 3 crimes.
One of you committed all 3 crimes. One of us committed all 3 crimes?
I thought it was Shelley.
Just playing detective. Oh, that's cute. Go ahead, let's hear your little theory. But you better be prepared to take responsibility for everything you say if you're wrong.
Dude, he's so annoying. Can't.
Is you'll be accused of slander. That'll drag through the court. If I write about it in the paper, you'll probably get suspended from school as well.
Oh my god, I
Tell me
hate
you
this
thought about this
guy.
before just now.
Careful, Rach.
Don't listen to him, Rachel. I'm by your side the entire way.
Someone could spoil
You
it
can
for
rest
me
assured of that.
if that piece of shit dies in the future.
It'll all work out.
It's cool. You can
Trust me
spoil
and tell
that.
them exactly what I say. The truth will see you through this.
Is your mind made up yet? We're waiting.
If you want to write about me, go ahead. Just make sure your headline reads, Richard Moore's brilliant daughter solved impossible murders, much to the shock of narrow-minded journalists.
What the?
Yeah,
Rachel, before you start, during the second incident,
that's what
when
we
the
get,
doorbell
bitch.
rang, everyone besides Serena, Conan, and you were gathered here in this living room. If one were to have left, we would have all known. How could any of us perform such a trick?
It
I don't
only
know,
looks like magic at first glance.
but you did it.
If this kite string is used in conjunction with the rubber band that's attached to its tip, then it's quite a simple trick, actually.
I like
Rubber
this.
band?
It might sound crazy, but tied to the tip at one end of the kite string is the rubber
Tip?
band. Then the kite string is wrapped around the two pillars at the entrance. On the other end of the kite string, a small loop is fashioned and attached to the rubber band. The rubber band is then placed around the
Dang.
front of Mr. Sullivan's neck.
That's so
he is
fucked.
tilted against the door and his feet are fixed in place using the snow.
I had a feeling.
Of course,
Obviously
the
not
length
that,
of
but-
string was adjusted so that the corpse would hold in midair just before it reached the doorbell. Due to the freezing temperatures, the rubber band was bound to freeze and snap in time to allow the corpse to fall forward and ring the doorbell. And the kite string, which would have served as evidence to these facts, blew away with the wind and vanished.
But
In
it
order
didn't.
To accomplish all of this, wouldn't the murderer have to kill Mr. Sullivan much earlier so that his body would stiffen up? You know, rigor mortis?
Correct. Our suspect probably contacted Mr. Sullivan early and got him to come out here where he was murdered well before any of us arrived. But when we did arrive, Conan saw icicles,
Icicles?
which of course would not have formed unless someone had failed to turn on the heat beforehand.
Wow, it does sound like an interesting trick, but I wonder if it would really work out all that conveniently. Huh?
Oh, he did it?
We can keep arguing about it, or you can walk to the front door and prove my theory.
Oh, Conan did it? Conan's such a badass.
What's this?
It's a dead...
I'm the one who put that
What is
ski
that?
board there.
Oh,
And I did it exactly the way I just described to you.
Not bad work, but you still haven't solved the mystery behind the third case.
I've solved it, but I'll wait till we're all in the living
Yeah.
room to reveal it.
dude, I love the face she's making,
Oh,
bro.
Rach, this is so exciting. I know. I can't wait until I figure out who the person was that attacked you.
Careful
No.
what you wish for.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
Yeah.
insist that the murderer is one of us, then what happened in the third case?
Everything points
Because
at...
frankly, I simply just don't see
Miss
any
Preston.
realistic way that the murder weapon and the suspect could get out of that room scot-free.
Of course you don't. You never once stopped to consider that the murderer wasn't trying to hide the murder weapon and get away.
What do you mean?
It just looked like that was the case because Conan happened to be at the bottom of the stairs before and after the murder was committed. If he hadn't been where he was, the situation would have looked like the murderer fled downstairs with the murder weapon on him. That way,
he
the
should have been
murderer
hiding.
could stay upstairs after the crime was committed and still be cleared of suspicion. Our suspect made sure that the alarm on the cellular phone would ring so that his body would be found right away. Because if the body isn't found right away, the clever trick used to make it look like the murder weapon had vanished would have been in vain.
Then what you're saying is the murderer is one of the three of us who were upstairs at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting
Yes.
on your explanation of how our clever killer made the weapon vanish. Because I know none of us found any kind of rope in the upstairs room.
Of course you didn't, because the rope's not in the room. The murderer still has the rope hidden somewhere on their body.
Are
Oh.
you serious? Has it slipped
I
your
told
mind
you,
that I checked
it was in the
Shoreline,
butthole.
You checked the ladies,
No, it hasn't, but one thing was left out.
which was...
Yeah, we checked everywhere, believe me.
Come on, tell us. Who's the one who has it?
All right. The person
Oh,
who attacked Serena and Miss
shit.
Preston
And committed the murders of Mr. Sullivan as well as Mr. Keene is...
This is intense.
So, are you going to tell us?
Yeah, who's the killer?
Come on, Rachel, you can do it.
It
Yeah.
can't be.
You got our attention, out with it!
This is
The killer is-
intense.
The killer is Miss Preston! You? But how could that be true?
No way.
She took down her
No
beautiful
way.
long hair and braided it tight enough so that she could use it as a murder weapon to strangle Mr. Keene to death.
Yeah, but even
Damn.
though she does
She's
have
wearing a
really long
wig?
hair, braiding it would make it shorter. Wouldn't it make that kind of thing pretty near impossible to perform?
Not if she were wearing a wig.
Is that a wig?
On this particular hair strung around Mr. Keene's neck. It's a simple hair strand for a wig.
Damn.
The cuticle on it has been peeled off to make the processing easier. You can tell just by touching it.
Yo, this is breaking
The
my
only
heart.
person who could pull it off is the only suspect with long hair, Miss Preston.
Rachel, are you a
Damn,
little
Rachel.
confused? Because I think you've gotten mixed up somewhere. Remember, Miss Preston was laying on the floor right in front of me when I was being choked by the killer.
The body you saw was probably Mr. Sullivan's corpse, which we didn't discover until later. Before
Wow.
attacking you, Miss Preston most likely disguised him.
With the
She dressed him to
wig.
resemble herself and hid his body under the bed in her room on the first floor.
Wow. That's
Then she lured
crazy.
Serena out from the room next door and attacked her from behind.
Yeah, a
After
lot.
Serena fainted, she hid Mr. Sullivan back under the bed again. Then she put herself down on the floor in place of Mr. Sullivan's body. But before she could do any of this, she had to go and make footprints outside the window to make it look like the killer had fled.
Fuck you, Miss
Committing the crime
Preston.
this way, Miss Preston would look like a victim who was attacked by the killer. It also made it easier for her to get close to Mr. Keene, who she planned to kill next.
Damn,
After Mr. Keene
bro.
locked himself in his room, Miss Preston probably called him and said something to convince him to come out.
I figured out who the killer is, and I'll tell you if you just let me in.
Damn.
You
What's
sure
your
are the
reason?
daughter of a famous detective. It's
What's
all
your
just
reason,
like
ho?
you say, this is actually a wig. But I only wear it to hide my hair, which was cut way too short recently, as you can obviously see. I'm
He's like a
afraid that it
dude.
won't serve as evidence.
I'm sorry, Miss Preston, but there's plenty of proof left within the wig. Proof that you definitely committed these crimes. Do you remember the marks? The marks on Mr. Keene's neck? They look like scratches. I
But it
know
was
that the
scrunchies.
authorities will find traces of blood on your wig. And
Oh.
they can match up Mr. Keene's blood on the wig with the scratches left on his neck. Your motive is probably the letters and symbols that were written on all the victims' hands.
I did it for her. I may have been wrong to do it, but everything I did was for my student Maureen Monahan, who was viciously murdered 3 years ago.
What?
She was murdered?
She came
Viciously?
to ask me for some personal advice about this serious matter. She told me 2 teachers were using their influence to get students into schools illegally. She said that one of them was Mr. Sullivan, but she didn't want to tell me who the other one was.
Wait, what?
Maureen couldn't believe it because of how much she adored the teacher. She was afraid to confront him. And the next day, she committed suicide in the volleyball club room. But I knew that it was Mr. Sullivan, along with his accomplice, that had killed her, in the hopes of shutting her up.
Wow. Hey, you know
That
what,
is
Miss
why he
Preston?
schemed up this stupid skiing trip and invited every teacher that Maureen may have adored while she was alive. And as we
Respect.
all know by this point, I found out almost immediately that it was Mr. Keene.
But you didn't have to murder anyone.
I couldn't forgive them. How dare these men betray a student, especially one who admired them so much.
I
It's
agree.
just absolutely despicable. And then
I
they
agree.
kill her. There was no way I could forgive them. And now I'm as bad as them because I attacked
No.
someone who admired me just to follow
Oh.
through on my plan. I'm sorry for being such a horrible teacher.
Miss Preston, you did the right thing. I'm sorry, alright? I know, I'm pretty sure no one's going to agree with me, but she did, yo. Murdering those piece of rat. They're more than scum. Murdering a little kid. You know what I mean? Like a little girl, bro, like that looks up to them. To keep them quiet. Keep her quiet. Nah, man. And those dude, they deserve how they died. One scared like a little bitch, and the other freezing to death. I love that. Hopefully he froze to death. I hope she tortured him, cause he's a piece of shit. You know, Miss Preston, I apologize for everything I said to you. You amazing. I forgive you hitting Serena. Go.
Wait a second, Rachel. Hold it. Just as I promised, I'm going to write an article about this in the paper. You might just become famous, Miss High School Detective.
That shit broke my
Suit
heart though.
yourself.
Damn, bro. Damn, it breaks my heart seeing Rachel like that, bro. God damn.
Rachel, are you feeling okay?
Jimmy.
They're gonna hug.
Jimmy.
They're gonna hug and make out. Oh.
2 hours later, the blizzard finally backed off, and the police could make it up the mountain. Although the case had been solved and justice was served, things seemed different than after most of my other cases. And I couldn't do anything about the tears rolling down the cheeks of the kindest detective I've ever known.
I'm crying. Damn. Oh man, this was a sad one. Yo, thank God. Yo, bro, I thought it was something dark, dark. I thought the teachers did something else, bro. You know what I mean? Like horrible. I mean that is horrible, but you know what I mean. It's something else. But damn, bro, rest in peace, little girl. You in heaven, girl. And those piece of shits. Hope they're rotting in hell. But damn man, that was a lot, bro. Wow, that was a lot. Damn, it great, bro. These two parters, bro. I love these two parters. Not one two parter has like let me down, bro. And I'm pretty sure none of them will. Damn, yo, man. Hey, I'm gonna start. Hey, look, announcement. I'm gonna start skipping to all the two parters. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Y'all the best. Thank you for your patience, and if you liked, these 3 episodes I gave you, smash that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Trust me, I'm working hard for all of you. And don't blame yourselves. Of my mess over here. Just staying up the whole night. Doing these videos and all that stuff. But I do it for you guys. All right, and I love you. Y'all the best. Until next time.